Is your current picking technique preventing your solos from being smooth and fluid? Today, we are replacing your old habits with two techniques that will enhance your rhythmic flow and sound starting right now. This is just sort of a preliminary kind of a lesson to teach you the very basics of how to approach picking on the guitar. And then, you can take it a lot further. Make sure that when you're holding your pick, that you're holding it between your thumb and your first finger. And you want to, what I tell my students is that the tip of the pick should line up with the cuticle of your thumb here. So I'm just fine, I'm going along the cuticle line of my thumb. And if I kept going, I would hit the tip of the pick. It doesn't have to be perfect, but kind of in that area. Okay, so I have the pick like this. A big no-no, and I see guitar players do this all the time, is they'll hold the pick between the thumb and the second finger like that. And you're going to get into a lot of trouble if you do that. The first way is what's called alternate picking. And that's simply that your pick is going to go down, up, down, up, down, up as you play through a passage. Let's take a scale like a G major scale. So I'm going to play the standard G major scale. My hand is in second position, which means that my first finger is hovering over the second fret, my second finger over the third finger over the fourth fret, and then the pinky over the fifth fret. So I am now in second position. If I was in fifth position, I would just slide up till my first finger is over the fifth fret. Now I'm in fifth position. So we're in second position. I'm starting with the second finger and middle finger on a G. And I'm going to follow through with the G scale and watch my right hand because I'm going to go down, up, down, up. So it would be like this. Down, up, down, up. If I play the scale in thirds, that's called alternate picking. And that's the first way that I learned the proper way to pick. But the thing is, when I went to Berklee and they taught me that system, it got so ingrained that anything else that came along kind of threw me for a loop. And what happened was, all of a sudden, this new style of picking kind of came into the universe, so to speak. And it's called economy picking or three notes on a string. Now, I say three notes, but really it's you could use the word odd. You put an odd number of notes on the string. But let's use three. So again, I'm going to start on the note G. I'm going to start on this G, but this time I'm going to start with the first finger. So I'm going to put this first finger on G. The second note of the scale is A, and the third note of the scale is B. So I'm going to play the first three notes off the scale, G, A, and B, on the low E string. And when I play the second note, there's a tendency to play it with your third finger, but in this style, you want to stretch out with your second finger, and that will allow you to more easily grab the B with your pinky. If you played first finger and then third finger, now the pinky, which is a smaller finger, has to make the stretch. But if you play with the first finger and then the second finger, now see how that put my pinky in position to get that third note. The picking on this is down, up, down. So it's still alternate. We haven't done economy yet. So we go down, up, and then down again. Okay, now the next note that I'm going to go for is the C, the third fret on the A string. And if I were using alternate picking, I would use an up stroke because I went down, up, down. That would mean that I would have to bring my pick around the string to the other side of the string and then come up on that string. So it's not very ergonomic, let's say, because you have to kind of come around the string. So what economy picking does is it allows you to follow through with a downstroke to the next string. So it's very fluid. You go down on the first note, up on the second, down on the B, the third note. I've used up all three notes. Now my pick is ready to go to the next string, and so I just follow through with two downs. Down, up, down, down. And then I do the same thing. I play three notes on this string. I go down, up, down. The next note coming up is F sharp. I follow through with a downstroke. And so my scale now sounds and looks like this. And another thing that's cool about this system is it's always 3 notes on a string. Like, you always know that you're going to have 3 notes on the next string. Doesn't matter what scale you're playing, is always 3 notes. And so when you play alternate picking, sometimes you're going to have 3 notes on a string, sometimes 2 notes on a string, and kind of gets a little confusing. This takes that confusion away. Okay, so I have G, A, B, follow through, play 3 notes, follow through, 3 notes, follow through. Then I shift up here to my E. Every time you go to a new string, use your first finger. Okay, now here's something interesting on the B string. I didn't have to go 2 frets up and then another 2 frets up. I'm going 2 frets and then 1 fret. So in this case, I don't need to set up the pinky. And so I can stay in position and just go first finger, third finger, pinky. Okay, so I'm going to play up to this point. There's the octave. Actually, it's the second octave. I'll do that again. Watch my right hand. I'm going to go in slow-mo here. So watch. Down, up, down, down, up, down. There's a tendency to play triplets. You don't want to do that at first when you're practicing. Make sure you're playing eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to involve the high E string. Okay, and here's where things get a little tricky. I'm going to play the A at the 5th fret, and then the B at the 7th fret. And instead of going to C, what you're going to do is we need to turn the pick around. And so after the B, you don't want to go back to the A. What you want to do is, I just used an upstroke. And so I'm going to use an upstroke to go to the 8th fret, or the G, on the B string. So there's a little turn here. Down, up, up. Now, once I do the up, now I'm doing everything the opposite. Up, down, up, up, down, up. So up, down, up would sound like this and look like this. Again, watch my right hand. I'm starting on G. Up, down, up. I'm about to go to the next string. Use an upstroke. Up, up. So the big to-do is this turn. There's a tendency to want to go after the B, go back to the A, but it's just the way that when you practice this, that's how you want it to practice it. You only want to use 2 notes on the highest string. Okay, so here's the whole thing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So that was the alternate picking. So those are the 2, I would say, essential ways to learn how to move across the strings when you're playing, scale passages or melodic passages. A lot of times I'll kind of go back and forth and I'll do what makes sense. If it makes sense, if I'm like playing a lead, soloing, and it makes sense to follow through with a downstroke, then I'll do that. And if you practice this enough, after a while, it just becomes intuitive and you don't even think about it. Your pick just moves in the way that is the most ergonomic way to move.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel on your way out. For more information on the Adam Levine Guitar Academy, my signature courses, or my year-long comprehensive professional guitar program, check the information in the links below.